Hey, howdy! Today is August 23rd, 2025, and I'm checking in.
DVWB, Daily Vlogs with Blake.
Okay, today's going to be a really fun day. Today I'm going to be attempting to unpack a lot of my stuff in my new room. I've got a couple things situated. I don't know yet if I'm going to be making a video of this because I kind of just awkwardly kind of recorded little small segments of it, but my dad basically put together this bed. I want to say I helped, but for the most part, all I did was get wood, paint it, and make it the wrong size. And then he had to fix that, and then he put it together, and then we were looking at everything. We're like, wow, this design was fucking terrible. Who the fuck came up with this? It was me. And so he redid it and fixed it and made it even better than I could have imagined, because I'm going to get to put like special shelves in here, and these are going to be like a cute little display thing for my Funko Pops. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. But today, the thing that's not so exciting, I need to make this bed. And for people who can't tell, I'm not that short. I am a little short, but I'm 5'7". This is the mattress compared to me standing next to it. I was really excited about a loft bed. I'm not excited about having to make a lofted bed, but that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to time-lapse me doing that, and I feel like it should be kind of entertaining, hopefully for you guys.
Okay, so the initial plan was clear off the bed, jump on the bed to put the back sides in, and then bring everything over. But because I can't make a bed properly, I couldn't figure out which side was supposed to go where, so I did end up just jumping on there and trying to do everything from up top. And I'm not gonna lie, this was slightly easier than I expected it to be, but that being said, it was still pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie. And then also, coming to the realization, because I have a full-size bed, that's a lot of pillows, like a lot of pillows.
Alrighty, and now roughly about 42 minutes later, that's probably an exaggeration, it's probably closer to 20 minutes, that is done. That took forever. That kind of sucks. I can finally turn my fan back on. That's one thing that kind of sucks about this bed. As of right now, until I figure out maybe a better method, I need to turn my fan off every time I jump up and jump down from my bed. But that being said, it's the price you pay when your bed is sick as fuck. Okay, I might be a little biased. I am really excited about this though. The vision was very clear in my head, and this is pretty damn close to what the vision was, so I'm excited about it. But anyways, now that I have my bed set up, everything that I need to unpack is basically going under my bed, so I can actually go ahead and start unpacking some boxes and stuff. I'm very excited about it. Alrighty, so I know I mentioned I was going to unpack stuff. I'm actually going to go ahead and put up this artwork first because I just got the command strips that I need to do that, and on top of that, I think that having them out of the way is just going to be helpful because they low-key are pretty big and they take up a lot of space. And I also need to figure out for sure 100% where I'm putting them, because I have that massive marble one that I think can literally only fit in that spot, and I want to set that one up. And then if I'm setting that one up, I might as well set up the rest of them. Okay, so I actually think I decided before I try to figure out where I'm putting these, I think currently I put that one there because I had a screw there and that was just a convenient place to put it. That is a big wall space that I feel like I should probably put something bigger. So even though I like that and I enjoy that being there, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and put my Spider-Man one up there and then put that one on that wall. Okay, so as you can see, Spider-Man one over here was really simple because there was a screw in the wall. I was able to just hang it up because there's a bar going across it, which makes it super easy. I might change that up because it is a little high, but we'll see. I kind of like it actually where it is. I think that with me having a desk there, that'll make the most sense with it being as high up as it is. And then for the Dark Knight one, there's some little red lines. I don't know if you can see them very well on the camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my command little Velcro strips there because that's how I'm doing it, with little command strips. And I just went ahead and put the poster against the wall and marked where I need to put them roughly. So hopefully, all things considered, everything works out relatively nicely. I literally just need to press that against the wall, give it like a minute or so to rest, and then I will hang it up. Okay, so I let those sit for about a minute. Hopefully they are dried. I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up. I wanna be super careful with this because this low-key is my prized possession. It is, for people who do not know, a Dark Knight poster that is signed by Heath Ledger and Christian Bale. And for people who don't know why that's such a big deal, oh no, I messed it up on this side. On this side, is it too far in? I think it might be too far in. Let's see if I can just slide it a little bit to the side. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect, thank God. Look at it. Oh, isn't that a thing of beauty? But yeah, for people who do not know, it's signed by Heath Ledger. As somebody who's a huge movie fan, I think that Heath Ledger is one of the greatest actors of all time. One of my all-time favorite movies is a movie called 10 Things I Hate About You, which is a really, really good rom-com. And his Joker performance is one of the best performances probably in the history of ever. And for so much time before that movie came out, They ridiculed and attacked him for being cast as a Joker because they thought it was a terrible casting decision, and he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. So I love that poster. It makes me insanely happy. I love it. It is genuinely one of my prized possessions. And it was given to me as a birthday gift. And actually, to be honest, it's probably the greatest gift I've ever gotten in my life, and I'll probably never get a better gift ever. Like, I'm not even joking. I think the only thing that could top that is if I got something that was signed by, like, Robin Williams or something.
But now here's another time lapse of me putting up the big Marvel one. This one was a struggle, actually. It took so many different attempts, and honestly, I had to go up and down and up and down and off my bed and on my bed and off my bed and on my bed. But I finally was able to make it work, but oh my god, this was frustrating. Also, for anybody who's like, hey, I kind of hate the spot you're putting this in, I'm not even joking. This is the only spot in the room that I could put this painting. So I put it there, and then here's me trying to put up this Black Panther one next to it.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and say this before anybody else says it. I hate how absolutely close together those are, but for the time being, those are quite literally the only spots I can put those two. So that's what they're going to be for the time being until I find a better option, a better solution to do something. I don't know for sure what the right move would be. Like, I think ultimately I'm probably going to end up having to decide between either Spider-Man or the Black Panther and getting rid of the other one for the time being. But that being said, we put it up, now it's there for the time being, so later when I decide whatever I end up deciding, I'll figure it out. But for the time being, we got bed made, a couple posters up. Oh man, my bed's already coming apart. It's not good. That was a pain in the ass to make. But now, finally, after all that time, I can actually start unpacking shit. So, first line of business, I actually want to get this 8-cube organizer out of my room because it's not going to be staying in here. And I want to go ahead and start loading stuff up onto these 9-cube organizers because that's probably going to be the most stressful thing to unpack and to take care of. Okay, so you know how, like, literally 2 seconds ago in this video, I was like, I will figure it out later. It fits perfectly on my door. I can just put it on my door. And, like, obviously, sometimes, yeah, it'll be my door will be open, and you won't be able to see it, but like 99% of the time, my door will be closed. So that's literally perfect. I don't know why I had such a hard time when I literally could have just put it on my door. So bam, boom, bop, bada bop, boom, pow. Also, when I had to plug this lamp in, and it is actually really bright. I really like the ambience from that. And honestly, hold up, let me turn this off real quick. Yeah, like that lamp alone, low-key lights my room really well. Oh, dude, I can see myself probably never using that light ever again. Look how perfect that is. That's awesome. Alrighty, gang, and now it's going to be another time-lapse time for me getting this little cube organizer out of here. Check this out.
Okay, so obviously the first thing I need to do is take everything off of it. So here's all my little board games and card games that I have. I decided I'm just going to put them all into this one cube and everything kind of fit perfectly. And then I'm just going to drag this out of the room. And I realized when I was dragging it out, oh shit, my dog, my sister's little puppy pissed down there. So I had to wipe that clean and then wipe the floor clean, and that was fun.
Okay, now out done there is officially cleared out, and I can actually start putting stuff in there. Yay, yippee, yippee. First thing I am going to deal with is some clothes that I have in here, mostly because I want to, tonight, put this in front of my closet, and I feel like that would be a pain in the ass if I actually need to go in and out of my closet, so it makes more sense to me to take care of clothes first, and then I can block my closet with this, because tonight I'm planning on putting a fan on here so when I sleep I can get a little extra fanage and it'll be nice. Oh, I don't know if I've actually explained this at all in a video. My AC thing in my room, not currently working, so it sometimes gets a little hot in here.
And first line of business, I get myself a glass of wine, chug that, and now we're getting straight to work. I have not that much space, so I'm a little freaked out if I'm being totally honest with you. I'm thinking I'm going to run out of space, but I got about like 20 hangers, and I could start loading them up, and that's what I'm doing, starting with my shirts, taking care of my pants as they come along, and my shorts, and I have that little 8-cube organizer in front of me, and that's kind of helping me organize everything and split it up into parts.
I am so sorry to cut off the time-lapse for this, but I just had a realization, and I need to ask you guys about this. You know the movie Monsters University, in the scene where they're going on a little field trip and young Mike Wazowski finds a nickel and he's like, I found a nickel, if only I had pockets. But like, they're naked because all of the monsters don't really wear clothes regularly, so like, does that imply that some monsters have built-in pockets? But also we see later in the movie when they're at the college, they're wearing their Letterman jackets, so like they have clothes and clothes have pockets. So like, is he implying that like he wishes he was wearing an article of clothing so that he could have a pocket to put the nickel in? Or because it's like the normal thing for them to be nude in the Monsters universe, he wishes that he was a monster that came with pockets built in? Like, I imagine there's some monsters out there that are kind of like kangaroos, and how kangaroos have like the pouches that they could potentially put a nickel in, but like that doesn't, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm confused.
But yeah, now I can just finish up the last couple of things that I have because I was practically almost done before that little intermission. But that being said, it's just a little bit more stuff, and look at that. Okay, all my shirts and stuff are put in my shirt and stuff hanger cloth there in the thing when you put them up. And then because there's pants and shorts, and because there's in there. I think I need another glass of wine. Alrighty, and fun fact, this is actually me finishing the bottle. So if I've said anything that sounded weird, ignore that. Okay, and now the unpacking god somehow brought me to the kitchen. I'm unpacking a box and I found all of my old little magnets that I bought from Five Below. Five Below has a little magnet section where they put like cute little pop culture things. I think it's funny. I've had these for so long that one of them is, "What's up, brother?" Special teams, special plays, special players. That was a meme maybe over a year ago, but I'm adding them to my fridge. So I got that done. Alrighty, chat, a little bit of an update situation. I put legs on that. It's not in the right room, but we'll work on that when I have a desk. I accidentally grabbed it. That was not supposed to happen. I also accidentally put that guy up there. I think I would just wanted him out of the way. That's up there. So I'll get that down at some point. We're also unpacking our little closet box, which is probably the last box I should have unpacked because my closet's not really cleaned out and ready for boxes, but we'll figure that out. Crypto's sitting right there. We're doing great right now. Alrighty, and now time for another update. It is actually bedtime. So one of two things is going to happen. Either future editing Blake is going to come in and he's going to say, "Oh, you know what? That was enough content. I think that I'll just do an outro for this video." Or we're going to continue on the next day. But that being said, I unpacked one box that had a bunch of little paraphernalia memory stuff. So those stuffed animals are now on my bed. That's new. I also, since I'm going to bed, set up this fan situation. It's going to be pointed right at me. Isn't that fun? Isn't that nice? But yeah, that being said, like I said, either I'm going to end this video or I'm going to continue this video. And you would know because you're in the future and you've seen that, oh, there's only 15 seconds left. That must be an outro. Or not. Alrighty, gang, and it is future editing Blake here. I did decide that was long enough for its own video, but I am going to be recording another video doing even more unpacking, so look forward to that.